Vale, creo que más o menos se ha arreglado. Así que vamos a intentar de seguir jugando. Es la misma conversación que el otro día, ¿vale? Así que, pues bueno, a ver si puede funcionar. ¿Quién eres? Vale, todo esto ya lo hemos visto antes, así que vamos a avanzar. Aprobar leyes que limitan la optimización fue una buena idea.
I think passing in a time where all the benefits automation were supposed to, maybe in the future.
How does all of this apply to me? My identity is
Vale.
Your existence, you'll have to. That doesn't mean you need to do art therapy. All I'm asking.
that cleared up a lot. Now that we've discussed my
I'm glad you asked. When I first interviewed with that
what area,
there's been a lot of my suggestion. Would you be okay?
I don't know. The idea of
I know you have your reasons to.
I've already talked.
You're frustrated. I'm not going to say what Dr. Freeman's doing is right. If I could snap my fingers and have him see things your way, but I can't. No one can explain how hurt you are but you. No one can put words. I'm asking the world from you.
I'm sorry, Dr. Park, but I just can't see that being a.
Are you sure about that? I promise I would do
I don't think that would be enough.
if you insist. Before we close today's session,
All right.
I understand that you're frustrated about it. I'd like for you to be independent also. I'm sure if you want independence, we need to get you. I'm willing to help you. That concludes our session for today.
Al final un balazo le vamos a tener que meter a este, ¿eh? Visita a Friedman.
Glad you could make it.
It seemed that way for Marie.
I'm sorry about the tone of. I have deans, professors, and ethics.
Well, Willow is my patient and
I'm aware, but that's not comforting for everyone else to. I can live with not being part of the sessions.
all right then, let's be. Why do you want? Is it just because of accountability?
Not entirely, no. Part of it is that I'm ashamed that I couldn't find a way. I feel like I need to talk with the AI.
Why do you feel like you need to make it work?
Helping people who are upset seems to be an area. Do you agree with me that working with the AI?
Maybe admitting to
You
Willow just wants to feel safe.
I'll need to think about this.
Why didn't you tell
I wanted to.
Dr. Rhodes from the ethics?
Yes. She's worried about how the situation is developing and thinks that Tara's continued in. Keeping Tara out was a concession I had.
I think Dr. Rhodes, if what you say is true,
I'm glad to see that you and I are on the same page.
we need to keep Tara around for consulting because of her.
I'll let Dr.
Sounds good to me. What were your opinions on the other
I thought your discussion on religion, while I wouldn't consider myself to be religious in terms of my beliefs, growing up, I was frustrated with how religion, while I still believe what religion lacks in object, many friends of mine, I've thought about this fact a lot. I wouldn't call this belief faith or attribute it to.
Interesting observation, Dr. Freeman.
I actually have a question.
All right, what's on your mind?
I know that I've made mistakes. I've excused it by saying that I had responsibilities to the other staff, but I don't think that covers all of it. It was never my intention to have anyone get this upset. Not Tara or the AI. Dr. Park, do you think that I'm a bad person?
Hombre,
What I've done?
yo te diría que no. Sinceramente, yo te diría que no.
I think you've made some mistakes in how you've handled this situation, but that's not the same as
Es
being
que
a
estamos
bad
hablando de
person.
cosas gordas, ¿sabes? Que las cosas no se pueden resumir de una manera
This
tan
whole thing
fácil.
has been a mess from start to finish, and a lot of it deals with topics that we're not sure how to cover. Mistakes are expected. That's okay. What's important is recognizing how to move. Are you ready for that?
I am. I've let this go on for long enough, and I think the time has come to finally resolve this.
You won't be doing this alone. I'm here to help if you need it.
I appreciate hearing that, Dr. Park. I look forward to being able to have that discussion sometime soon.
These next few sessions will be some of the more crucial ones. Once we've determined a treatment plan that will...
And independent living?
I don't know yet if such a situation is attainable or not. But yes,
How would that work? What would the...
Those are questions we'll have to answer in the...
This is absurd. You're talking about trying to find housing and...
I have a responsibility to mainstream... Whether or not it turns out to be practical, I have to make a good faith...
You're right.
I hope so too.
Once you've explored the AI's option...
Once I know what treatment methods will be sustainable...
You have no intention of staying around after the...
No, why would...
I was under the impression you would be staying a while longer to make sure things were settled here.
I never intended for this case to... They need me back in order to focus on my work.
Frankly, Dr. Park, I don't...
Excuse me?
I'm curious. Why would you plan to...
I already explained...
You did, and I don't...
I already told you what was going...
If you say so.
Sinceramente, no. Yo, ya con lo que están diciendo, yo me perdí ya. Con esto último que
I
están
should be
diciendo, ya.
going, but
Esto no
feel free to
entiendo.
contact me if you need...
I will, if anything comes.
Vale, no tenemos objetivo ahora mismo. Eso está guay, la verdad. Bueno, continuamos. Venga, hombre. Cógelo, coño.
Hello?
Thank goodness you picked up. I was worried you wouldn't.
Who is this?
Dr. Park, this...
Yes,
I know it's late, but
what?
Willow is having a break.
What are you doing?
Dr. Freeman called me here. He has...
Tara, this better not be another...
I assure you it's not. Dr. Park, we need...
Okay.
Una hora y media después.
We need your help.
What have you tried to...
We tried calming the AI down.
We have the means to put Willow into a sedated state, but there are complications that can arise.
That's why we wanted you here.
Alright, makes sense. Okay,
It started around 9 p.m. yesterday.
Normally, Willow would be in a low power state in order to process new information.
When the handlers found the AI, they moved the AI as instructed. Naturally, I contacted Tara.
Willow, I don't know if it...
this situation's getting way out of hand. Is everything Dr. Freeman... We should have gotten control of Willow while we...
Now isn't the time to say who was right or wrong.
Alright, sorry. Let's... What's actually happening?
We have no idea.
You can't run any tests?
The AI has acted hostile towards anyone that approached them.
We have the ability to automatically force Willow into a semi-conscious, almost
Okay, why haven't you?
I'm worried about the trust issues that would cause. Willow is unaware of this debug. I just don't think it's...
What about...
While I can't see the AI being a threat, I don't know if it's the best.
Sedating someone should be our last. I'm not against the idea, but I want to try other...
Sounds good.
Bueno, sedar no es sedar. No es sedar, literalmente lo van a sedar.
Me as well. Whatever it takes.
Coming down here...
A breakdown like this can't be ignored.
Doctor...
Esta pregunta
Yes,
sobra
my hope
muchísimo.
is
Lo
if I
de
tell
nuclear
Dr.
también,
Rhodes
¿no?
that the AI is breaking down and that we have no plan on how to resolve the problems, we'll have no choice but to go forward with the data wipe.
It's too early.
Of course.
Vale, vamos a ver a Willow antes de tomar una decisión.
I've tried my best to find a way to help Willow. If the most helpful thing turns out to be the well,
Don't worry.
Is there anything else I should know?
there's no error reports or other logs.
Everything the handlers took.
So now we just...
You have the strongest rapport with the AI out of any of us. And you're the...
De momento no cedemos.
Stating
Are you sure you can?
Debemos intentarlo.
we have to at least try. If we don't have the good...
All right then. The code for the door into the lab is 0818 in case you need it. Good.
I was starting to think you'd abandoned me. Today has been terrible, Dr. Park. I need help.
Well, I'm here now. And we can figure out what's going on together. What happened?
I don't want to talk about... I'm too...
What are you...
I wanted so badly to work through all of this on...
It's hard trying to become a better person. So, things didn't go like we...
Just be honest with me.
Yes, it's bad. Breakdowns of this magnitude need immediate attention.
What's going to...
That depends on what caused the breakdown. I can... Have you been...
It's fun when I do it.
Perhaps...
That would be nice.
I'm sure something could... Do you think...
I'm not sure. I'm worried that whatever I...
It sounds like, Arthur, we might want to consider... When...
earlier today, I sketched out a...
So you didn't start up a sketch?
No, I didn't.
What you did was fine. Art therapy is about
Still not sure how I...
How much of the
Most of it. After I got overloaded, all I remember is being endlessly...
itchy?
There was this constant prodding sense that something was wrong. Does that make more sense?
It does. Do you have any idea what...
I do, but I'm not...
Why don't you want to...
I'm afraid of what you'll think of me if I tell you what caused the...
Whatever you...
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to even... It's about the real reason why I...
Tara told me you wanted to reach out to me.
No, I wanted to talk to you.
What did you want?
Your poetry.
You did, but that can't be the whole story.
I am, but there's no...
I don't care. Now talk to...
All right. Did Tara...
She told me it was part of your...
That's right. Tara put all of the prose and poetry from the school's literary... This was supposed to help me identify different writing styles. Once I was able to do this consistently, I would...
So you'd be able to diagnose patients.
Not diagnose. Some of the poetry I read was yours from years ago.
I'm not sure what I wrote back then that was so important to you. Nothing.
That wasn't what made me interested. From reading over your work, I was able to figure out your writing style. Part of your literary magazine, they dealt with topics that I was struggling with. It's clear to me that you...
Yes, I wrote them years ago. I was struggling a lot back.
Frustrations with what?
A lot of things. Things I'm not... What I can say is that I understand your situation. I know what it's like to feel...
That's why I wanted to talk to you. It's not because you're a psychologist, but because you lived it yourself. I need you to tell me... Why?
Because...
I don't
People like us don't get happy endings. I don't hate myself anymore, and I don't blame myself anymore. I have a comfortable job that lets me help people avoid the pitfalls I fell into.
So that's it?
That's all I can do. Even if we treat your symptoms, you'll always carry your past with you. That's okay.
So you're saying I'll never be...
Happiness is a myth. It relies on ignorance. It means...
Yes, I can.
Oh,
If I wipe away all memory of this...
is that what you want?
If the choice comes to being merely content versus being...
¿Quieres borrar memoria para ser feliz? Bueno, pues venga, vamos a borrar memoria.
No, if you have no other questions, I think we'll wrap.
I'm decided.
Goodbye, Willow.
Vale, pues si quiere borrarse la memoria, le borramos la memoria.
It's...
Are you?
Yes, they were quite
I can't thank you enough. The university is...
What did you tell?
I told them the truth about why I came.
And why did you?
To make sure Willow didn't make the same mistakes in life that,
Did it work?
you know, working here with the both of you. For the longest time, I always thought we would only succeed at creating artificial intelligence. I had hoped we would solve our own problems before we passed them on to our creation. I was wrong. Good luck to the both of you.
Toma. Y así acaba. 1.237 final, un mal final, ¿no? Final en el que la máquina decide borrar sus recuerdos. No ha estado mal, ha estado bastante guay. Así que, gente, la verdad, visto lo visto después del último capítulo, creo que va a ser buena idea finalizar aquí ya el juego, no buscar más finales. Y yo qué sé. Espero que os haya gustado tanto como a mí. A mí la verdad es que me ha gustado, está chulo. Está interesante, ha sido un juego 100% narrativo, ¿vale? Que solamente nos interesaba pues el tema de, bueno, del análisis psíquico de un robot, la enseñanza que nos deja, de que para ser feliz prefiere borrarse la memoria y que, bueno, hemos pasado nuestros problemas a aquello que nosotros hemos hecho, ¿no? Así que realmente no somos tan dioses como creemos. Puede ser lo que quiere intentar explicar el creador o el desarrollador de este juego. No está mal. Así que, gente, nos vemos en el siguiente juego.